Alright, so I'm back at Clown. This is the one I put the new motherboard in, or the new updated motherboard. I was told that it's starting to have issues again. Like the top row is doing that lifting again, but only for the first initial time when you turn it on. It'll go up and down 3 times, and then that's it, and then it stops. But what I'm noticing now is that all my lights are changing colors except for the top row. The top row has been steadily red the whole time I've had this game on. I've had this game on for about, I don't even know, an hour and a half, 2 hours now. I was hoping maybe it'll change or do something, and I've been watching, but it hasn't been doing anything. So let me show you the other thing that it's doing. I guess the bar moving up and down. I wanted to see if it just does it when I first turn it on in the morning, or if it's every time type thing. Let's open it up. Alright, so that's the new style motherboard. The old style motherboard had a card, sound card for the sound and everything. New one doesn't. So let's turn it off. Let's turn it on. Yeah, it did it. So it did it 4 times. And it did it on startup. Let's see. Well, see, look. Now my lights are wonky again. Top is solid red, doesn't want to change. That's weird. Not sure what to do about this, but let's call tech support, see what they say. Alright, so I ended up calling tech support, but they were kind of busy, so I had to leave a message for them to call me back. But I'm going to continue to mess around and see what I can find, and I just can't find anything. But I was able to get it to start working normally, so my top row is now giving me the LED light colors that it's supposed to give me. You can see them all changing the way they're supposed to be changing. I think if I knock them all down, they'll work the way they're supposed to. Let's go see. Let's go to the back. See if that is true what I'm saying. So if I knock all these down, they should lift up. Let's see what happens. This game is definitely acting different. Top row, middle row, bottom row. It's working. I don't know what's going on. Could it be a motherboard issue? I have no idea. I thought it was here, maybe. I thought maybe I had some kind of a short, but I don't think I do. Let's keep trying, I guess. Keep testing. I don't want to lose these things. Let's do some more testing. Alright, so I was doing some testing and it was working okay for a little while, and now I'm back to the whole top row having the solid lights. Bottom ones are doing their thing, but now I can't get anything to work the way it's supposed to. It's weird. I was doing row by row to see what would lift up and what would not. I knocked these down one by one, and they all, knocked that down. It came back up. Knocked that one down. Yada, 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 all the way down. As soon as I went down there and I knocked them all down, and then I knocked one of each, the top row came back up, but the rest of them didn't do anything. Let's see if I knock these down. Will it come up? It does take a little bit, so sorry about the weight. Alright, so let me knock these down. I'll even knock those down, why not? And all of them. world is going on? It is weird. Hey. Well, I guess let me wait for tech support to call me back. If they don't call me back in the next 10 minutes, I'm gonna call them back. Alright, well, I'm gonna keep messing around with it for now. Alright, I turned the power off. Let's see what happens if I turn it on. All rows up. And it looks like the game is kind of back to normal. Yeah, see? Back to normal play. So let's see. Let's go in there and do a little test. Knock that one down, this one down, oh, no one right there. See what happens. Looks normal. We knock them all down. Yeah, I don't know what it is. All right, let's clean it up.
Who's the next to down the cloud?
Seems to be working normal. I gotta get a hold of tech support. Let's get out of here, it's loud. Alright, so I just talked to tech support and I explained to him what's going on. He told me that when the top row turns red, that's an indication of an error. So when the top row turns red, I'm supposed to hit the up key and this should tell me what the error is, and then I can find it in the book and then try to figure it out. But again, I turn on and off or manipulate it and it goes away, and then now I don't have that error mode. I mean, if I hit up, will it do anything? 0. So that's what I got, 0. I don't know what 0 is as far as error. Yeah, I don't have a 0 here. Alright, well, no matter. How do I get out of it? Error 0. Oh, see, it's saying error right there. But I don't know what that error is. Let's see if I can get it to turn that red now. Yeah, looks like it's working normal still. Well, what they're telling me is to check the harness. They are saying that it could be harness related or pin related in the harness. So now I got to check the wires from all the way there, all the way to here. So gotta go get a meter and some wire because I don't have long enough leads to go from here all the way to there. So we're gonna have to hook up a wire to one of the leads and go up there and do some testing. I mean, I guess I can go shorter and do from up there to the inside. There's another little patch panel back there, down there, that I can test, and then go from there to here. I don't know. It's time to test some wires. It's not gonna be fun. It's gonna be a pain in the butt. All right, so even though it looks like it's working and stuff like that, I've come across a couple more issues besides the first initial issue that I can't get to do again. Anyways, it's not giving me the correct amount of tickets that I win, so I'll have to look into that. But also, let's see if I can get it to do it. It plays on its own.
Who's the next to down
Let's see if it does it. Look at that.
Just aim at the target. Ouch! That's gonna leave a mark. We're waiting.
That is really, look at that. On its own. Already scored 60 points.
Come on, give it another go.
Alright, that's it. So 100 points, I should get 20 tickets. And I only got 4. Sounds weird. Alright, so as I was fixing the ticket win amounts, I accidentally went out of the program mode and went back into game mode. And look, it gave me that top red error, so I pressed the up button and now it gives me the error 2. So let's go see what error 2 is. Oh wow, error 2, compact flash error. Wow. That sounds like it's my error, my motherboard. Brand new motherboard. Interesting. Alright, time to call tech support back. Alright, so I did call tech support and I told them what I had found and what error I got. And, they said to me, oh, it's super simple. Here on the motherboard, this is the new style motherboard. If you have the old style, it's probably a different problem. But the new style has a small SD card. You can see it right there, that little, right there. That SD card, I guess, could go bad or dirty or get dislodged or whatever, I don't know. But he had me remove it, give it a quick wipe, stick it back in, and then turn the game back on. But obviously, the game turned on, worked, no problem. I literally just heard one of the arms lift up. I'm not sure why it's doing that. I'm almost starting to think that there might be something wrong with that SD card. He did say that, I did say, you know, if it continues to happen, what should I do? He said, replace the SD card. He goes, don't replace the whole entire board or the green board, just the SD card. So it's a possibility I might have to change that SD card, which is kind of upsetting. Oh, you hear that? Did you see that? My bottom row was doing that up and down thing. Interesting. Interesting. Anyways, so I feel like I'm getting somewhere now. I'm gonna go ahead and finish setting it up and let it play. If it continues to do that whole red and weirdness of the arms going up and down and whatnot, I am just gonna go ahead and order a new SD card. Man, I can hear it. I don't know if you can hear it or see it, but the arms lift up every once in a while on their own. Huh. All right, well, let me finish programming it and leave it to play, and then I'll continuously check on it to see if it's still doing that weird error. And if that's the case, then it is time to replace that SD card. So let's finish it up and let it play for a while. All right, so I finished setting up the scores, you know, just gotta follow directions. I'm using this one, so I had to go with these options instead of these other options. Anyways, so I did a test. I just turned the game on its own. I didn't start throwing any balls at all, and I got 190 points, you know, right off the bat, 190 points. It just played on its own. Let's see if I can do it again.
Step right up and knock him down.
Step right up and win a prize.
Give it the mustard. Oh, you're trying to hit the target, right?
It's not doing it this time.
Oh, don't panic now.
Man, it's so random.
Just aim at the target. Let alone now, okay?
That's really the way it should be. If I didn't throw anything, I should have 0 points. That's the way it should work. Alright, I'm gonna try one more time.
Step right up and toss the ball. Bring the heat. Na 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 na.
I'm shaking the game to see if I can do anything.
Give it the mustard. Oh, you're trying to hit the target, right?
So weird.
Oh, no pressure. Oh, so
Alright, well, the
close.
only thing I
Give
can
it
do
another
here
shot.
is just let it run. Just let it run and keep testing it until something happens. So it's nothing I can do until then. I still think I might have to change that SD card, but let's see. I might order it just to have it. Keep testing. That's all we can do. All right. Yep. Time to clown. So it's been a couple days since I have messed around with that little SD card. I haven't been here in a couple days as well. And I just turned on the game and I didn't hear any lifting up. Everything looks normal. Game looks like it's playable. Top row is blinking the way it should. Let's give it a swipe, see what happens. See if the game starts to play on its own.
Who's the next to down the cloud? Just aim at the target. We're waiting.
So far, so good.
Bring the heat. Na 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 na. Give it the mustard. Come on, give it another go.
All right. I'm not going to say that it's fixed because I don't know. But it's working. It's working normal. I haven't seen any issues yet. I guess resetting or reseating the SD card helped. I cleaned it a little bit. And then testing. So far, so good. Plus, I didn't see any signs on here that said it was out of order, so that's got to be a good thing. So yeah, I'm gonna say that it is a working game. Is it perfectly fixed? I can't tell you that yet. I don't know, but it's definitely working, and I'm gonna leave it like this, running. I'm here all day long. I'll keep testing it. I'll be back in the next, I don't know, 4 days to this location, and I'll test it again. I'll definitely hear if there's something wrong. So yeah, we'll just leave it at that. I did order a new SD card, so a new SD card is coming. It wasn't that much, so it's okay. I'll just kind of keep it in stock and have it as a spare just in case. But in the event that the SD card does start to act up again, I'm just going to go ahead and slap a new one in there, and then that's it. All right, well, let's let this play, and we'll come back to it in a few days. All right, thanks for watching. All right, so check it out. So I was working on a different game. I was working on Monopoly and Deal or No Deal, and all of a sudden I hear a lift. The lift up and down a couple times, and now, look, top row is red. Let's see whatever code we get.
right up.
So what we gotta do is press up. Error 6.
Step right up and quit 'em
Error
right.
6. Let's see.
Let them play.
So far we've had an error 2 and now we have an error 6. Error 6. Bottom motor switch error. Bottom row switch not seen. That's strange. Okay, I'll have to look into that.
Come play Fishbowl Frenzy.
That is so weird. Well, I'm not sure if it's an actual problem. I'm going to look at it anyways, or if it's just the issue with the SD card. Because it's just too flip-floppy. Giving me all different type of errors, but they're not real. They're not real.
Flip it again.
I don't know. We'll just continue messing around with the game, checking things until that SD card comes in. Then when SD card comes in, we'll insert it. If we continue to keep having these errors, then yeah, we'll have to find the issue. So it's some kind of problem, or we'll figure it out. All right, let's continue on. All right, so I kind of want to see what happens if I just remove the card and push it back in. I'm not going to turn it off. I'm just going to push the card out. My error went away, I guess. Press up. Error's still there. Okay, no problem. If I press up again, the error goes away. All right, so I'm going to push it back in. Everything is turned red. Colors are popped back up.
You can't win if you don't play.
Top row still red. Press up.
Come play.
Error 6. Still with the error 6. Alright, I'm gonna do it. Turn it off then. Turn it off. Turn it back on.
Everyone's a winner in Fishbowl Frenzy. And flip it again.
Back to normal gameplay. But it's just too crazy. I mean, I know it was giving me an error 6, which meant the bottom row. But if it was the actual bottom row, it would do it again, right off the bat. And it took a while. Like, I had this game turned on for at least a couple hours before it gave me that error. So, I'm still thinking it's that SD card. I don't think there's anything wrong with the game. I think it's just an SD card issue. Well, nothing we could do until we get that SD card, so we'll just have to keep resetting it, keep letting it play until that card comes in. Alright, let's keep going forward. Alright, so I just did another test and I got the red top row, solid red again. I played a game and it played fine. And as soon as the game was done, boom. Alright, let's hit the up arrow and see what kind of error it gives us this time. Error 6 again. So we're stuck in error 6 again. That one's sort of weird. That is white. And that top one there, it's purple. It's kind of weird. I mean, I can look at them, you know, make sure that it's not a wire issue or it's not a sensor issue or magnet or whatever the case may be. But I've done it numerous times, but I'll continue to check it over and over again. So I'm just gonna do a quick reset. Game's off. Turn back on.
Oh, where's the fish bowl?
Look at that. And now it won't stop. There it goes. And now I'm back in error mode. So it went from doing the top lift 3 or 4 times now to the bottom. God, I don't even know how many times. I didn't count. So, but now it's just flip-flopping. But I'm pretty sure that if I press that arrow, up arrow, it'll go to error 6 again. Yeah. So I'm definitely gonna take a look at the bottom row. Look at my lights. They're all solid again. Every single one of them. Very consistent with his issues, but we'll figure it out. I'm gonna have to put the game down for right now, and so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and disconnect the morph so that way they can't swipe the card. I don't want to turn the game off because I don't like it when games are off. I don't like dark games, so I want the game at least on so it looks like it's on or working, and then we'll turn the morph off. Put a little sign that says I order, but at least leave the game on so it looks nice and bright. It would look bad if the game was off, 2 games on and next to them, and then this one's off. It just looks weird, so I'd rather just leave it on. Unless it's a fire hazard, then leave it off. So, let's wait for that SD card. That's all we could do. Alright, so out of curiosity, I went ahead and, I didn't take it out, but I just kind of unplugged it. It's just sort of there. It's not really pushed in. And I turned it on. I want to see what happens. So this is what happens when you turn on the game without the SD card. Get a bunch of 8s, 8 consistent lights, blah, 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 blah. But I kind of wanted to do that to trick the game into thinking that it wasn't working so I can push the SD card back in, turn it back on, and then maybe it fixes itself. I don't know. But let's try it. Game off. SD card in. Game back on. Yeah, I think it's gonna give me the top row right again. Yep. Let's see what it does as far as the error code. 6 again. I will say that 6 error code has been a consistent error code. I got the first error code once, which is error code 2. The other tech got an error code 26, which doesn't exist, whatever that means. And I keep getting a constant error 6, so maybe there's something wrong with that bottom. Look, it's stuck in the up position now. Anyway, so I'm going to stay with the game down. I'm going to leave it up, but leave it on. But I'm going to take a look at that, see what's going on over there. All right. This will do for now. All right, here we are back. So the game is fixed, or at least we think it's fixed, because the new SD card has come in. Here's the old one. So after replacing the board to this new style board, after maybe a couple of days, we started experiencing some weird issues. As you saw in the video, bottom row would move, or the top row would move, or the top row would get stuck and freeze, and it would throw weird errors and just all sorts of crazy things. We tried everything. We checked everything. We've checked sensors. We've checked wires. We checked just about almost everything on the back over there to see if that was the issue. And of course, it wasn't really the issue. It was more of an SD card. So the SD card is right here. I guess the SD card that came with the motherboard. I don't know. I guess it wasn't. There might have been something wrong with it, and it took a little bit for it to finally go, and it stopped working. So we ordered a new one, and it came in when the other technician was here. He already installed it. Let's see, that was a day ago, so he was already watching it for a day, and said that it had not done anything. It didn't move on its own. It didn't do any weird, crazy freezing. The game didn't start on its own. The game didn't play on its own. The game stayed normal and played normal, which is a good thing because I'm glad. I thought I was gonna have to get a whole nother motherboard or something, or tear apart the game to look for some weird broken wire or something like that. But I'm glad it was just an SD card issue. So if you ever come across your game giving you weird errors, the top row freezing, going all red, you want to hit the up arrow and it should give you the error code right here, and then you could go from there. First error code it gave me was card issue. Second error code was the bottom row, which was weird because I didn't have an issue with the bottom row. Anyways, and before that, the other technician told me that we had a error 26, which we don't have. There's not even a 26 in there. So anyway, so game is working. I'm gonna watch it for the rest of the day myself, and then if at the end of the day it hasn't done anything, any weirdness, I would consider it fixed. So, but for now, I think this game is good to go. And yeah, thanks for watching. All right, here we are, back at it, just checking it. It's been quite a few hours, and I haven't had any issues with the game whatsoever. I just started just to make sure that it's not scoring on its own. Obviously, it's not scoring. Our game is still chugging along, working correctly without any issues. Let me see, I'm here for another few more hours. We'll see what happens towards the end of the day. Well, we'll keep an eye on it.
Give it another go.
All right, it's just about the end of my shift, and I came over here to check on the game, and lo and behold, the middle row was not up. Top row was solid red. I didn't even remember to press the up button. I kind of forgot. I just kind of went back to go take a look to see what was going on, and thank God it was a simple thing. The only thing that happened was that the motor, the set screw got loose somehow, and it wasn't catching and lifting up the arm, the lever. So now that it's all connected back, I can turn it back on. The error will go away, and all the arms will lift up. But that is the only problem that I've seen when I got back here, was just that the middle row, the set screw on the motor was loose. But other than that, it's still a working game. It was still operational and still working. Although I'm gonna be back in a couple days and I will check it again just to make sure. Well, let's wait a few more days. All right, here we go. It's been a couple days. We're back to Down to Clown. Just turned the arcade on. Game booted up correctly, no issues. I like that. So the plan is to, again, come back to it daily. I mean, not daily, hourly. Just to check it, to make sure that it is still working fine. So last we left off, the middle row, the set screw got loose and it was not catching the motor, so it wasn't lifting. So I fixed that, and now everything's lifting the way it is. Oh, the problems with this game. It's been fun, but I think we've got it. So let's test it throughout the day, and yeah, we'll just check on it. All right, let's leave it for now. All right, it's been about an hour. Let's give it a test. See what's going on.
Step right up and knock him down.
I am throwing my left, so.
Hey, watch the herd. You can do it. Give us a motion.
Ah, I suck with my left hand.
Ooh, a little candy. Got along now, okay?
Alright, seems to be working okay so far. Alright, I'll come back in a little bit. Alright, here we are, back. It's been a few hours. Still looks like it's going good. All the lights are working. I could test it if I want, but I'm not. I think it's doing fine. I'm just gonna leave it this. I still got some time for my shift, so we'll come back. All right, and we're back. We're getting close to the end of the day. It's still going strong, no problems. Top row still blinking. Everything still looks good. Yeah, I've been watching people play the game for a while, so I think it's good to go. But my shift's not over yet, so we'll come back and check it one more time before I leave. We'll be back. All right, it is the end of my shift, and this game has survived. I have not seen any errors. I have not had any trouble. Let's give it a quick turn on and see what happens.
Simply hit the target, win the prize.
Obviously, I'm going to be playing with my left hand, so I'm not really good at with my left hand, so. I'm right-handed, just so you know, not left-handed. Ugh. Well, that was all of them. They lifted up, gave me my points, gave me my tickets. I think we're fixed. That's it. Took a long time, but thanks for watching.